Hello, welcome to my video. I'm living here on the lake at northern Minnesota, and I just want to start doing a few FSD videos. There's my dirty Tesla over there, and you know, I always enjoy watching dirty Tesla, but I also have a dirty Tesla. But I'll see you inside my car, and we'll take off on a random destination. Now we're in our 23 Tesla Model Y long range, and we're running version, let me look here. We are running version 2026, oh wrong, that's the software version. FSD version 14.3.6. And I think that's one of the newest versions. I hear some people are running 0.7. So we'll just go in here, and I think you used to be able to just do random destinations. Wonder what Lucky does. Should we try that? I'm in the middle of nowhere. We have some parks. We have a trying to figure out something that might. Here, let's go to the Memorial Park in Fosston, Minnesota. It's about 6 miles. I'm going to change this to that one there. It's less gravel. It does work on gravel, but it needs a little more work. So hold on for a second. I gotta figure out how to do this camera thing, and then we'll start the drive in just 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to kind of rig this up. I haven't invested in very good camera equipment yet, but I'm using my iPhone, and I hope this one view will work for a while. So I got it set for the Memorial Park in Fosston, and I will hit self-drive. Hands are free, of course. And off we go. When I leave my house, here we'll go that way. Then I don't have to show you all my information. There we go. It's gravel for a good mile, and if I go the other way, it's like 2.5 miles of gravel. It understands gravel, but it gets confused really easy. I usually keep it in sloth mode on gravel because sometimes it gets a little too fast. And honestly, when I drive, I'm a little closer to the edge of the center than on the edge of the road. Just in case. But away we go. Oh, I had to come to a complete stop there. Okay. Okay, here we go. Enjoy the view of northern Minnesota. I've actually had FSD quite a bit. I've always thought about doing videos, but I just don't know if I'm that kind of YouTube guy. But I thought I'd give it a try, and I thank everyone who checked out the video and subscribe on the screen there. That'd be great. I love information, so if you have any new information you want to share or you want to post, that'd be great. Yeah, I've lived here for a while. I used to live in a small town, but now I'm out in the lake country. I'm just surprised how well FSD works on gravel roads, considering. It's, I'd probably be doing about the same speed. It's doing much better now than it did earlier. But see, if you look on the map, which you really can't see because I'm not zoomed in enough, but it's favors the right side, definitely. And once you hit tar, that's when the magic starts. but I'm just amazed at the improvements FSD did from I think it was version 11 when I bought my car. That thing tried to kill me many times, but now it actually works really well. We'll keep track. They got this streak track that's new since I've had it last, FSD. And I'm at 1.1 miles on our trip so far, and it looks like we'll be there in about 12 minutes, it says. We're about 8.4 miles away. We're getting on tar. I don't know why I call it tar. Paved road. I don't know. I talked to a guy from Texas, and I actually called it asphalt. And he's like, "What in the world's asphalt?" I said, "It's the main highway out there." So maybe I'm using the wrong terms. But got a lot of farm country up here too. See how well FSD works. I haven't touched the steering wheel since I left the house, and it comes around the curves really well. How many of you guys own a Tesla and run FSD? I hear there's a lot more people subscribing. I subscribe when I can, but sometimes I need to cut back on certain things. So then I just trust my old autopilot, which is really good for what it does. But FSD just is getting really good. I'm very anxious for this summer update. It says it will fix the map issues. And going home, I'll show you that it gets confused. Because it thinks there's a road that no longer exists, and the real road, it doesn't realize it's there, even though it's on Google Maps. I don't know why it doesn't understand that. Oh, I could go out of sloth. Let's go to standard. I'm driving too slow. This is a Tesla. You gotta give it a little speed. The only thing I miss on FSD that it used to have was where you could dial the exact speed you wanted as your max speed. Because out in this area where it says the speed limit on the screen is not always accurate. If I turn on certain roads, it'll say it's 30 miles an hour, but it's 55. And other 55 mile an hour roads is 65. Which if you got it on standard or hurry, the darn thing will do like 75 in a 55 miles an hour zone. I'm not getting a speeding ticket, so I usually use sloth on the 65s, and on the 30 I use Mad Max, because to get as close as I can to the real speed limit. But I like to run at about 61, 62 in a 55. Maybe that might be a little too quick, but 60 is actually perfect. When you're not driving, it really shouldn't matter how long it takes. It's not quite a robo-taxi, but it's definitely an assistant. You know, you always make sure you're paying attention. No dozing on the job. You gotta stay awake. awake, stay alert. Here, I'll try to wipe off my screen. It's a little dusty. And like it said when I was wiping the screen, it said pay attention to the road. So it does alert you to always stay alert. I might, I'll be editing this thing here because I'm not going to make you sit through 5 miles of me chatting. But we'll just keep it running until we get into Fossen. Then we got more turn-by-turn directions we got to do. And that's what you guys come for, is to actually see it drive, because driving on the highway is easy. Did well on that turn. I'd have to give it credit. There's a truck coming on the right, and it went quick enough. So, oh, here's another case. It says it's 65, so I'm going down to Sloth. But even in Sloth, it's doing 64, which in my books is a little fast for a curvy road. I think I'm going to rearrange my camera a little bit because you can't even see the steering wheel. And what's the point of self-driving if you can't see that I'm actually not driving? But see, 2 hands, not driving. But I'm definitely alert. Okay, I'm coming into Fossen now, as you can see. Oh, shit. Gotta get a speeding ticket. See? This thing's... Excuse me, excuse the language. I'll edit that out. I gotta zigzag a little bit to get to this park. Actually, that's a different park than I thought. I thought it was a city park, but this it looks like it's the ball field, which is okay. Okay, here we go. Turning in. hands on the steering wheel, ready to take over. Very good. Getting really good at avoiding people and going around giving them plenty of space. Better to be very safe. I think it's confused where to go, but going somewhere. We'll see where it ends up. Here, let's pick a different destination. This one's not the best. Disengaged because of speed again. I'm really unhappy with their speed system. But otherwise, I'm trying to find a How about the world's largest northern pike? Should we go there? Actually, I think we'll not go there. I'll just randomly pick a destination. How about here? Because I don't have the time. And like I say, highways is good. If you find problems, it is definitely in town, like we just did. Instead of parking, it made a U-turn. And I think I know why it did. It was because it was angled parking. I think it did not like, it could have easily made that corner and parked, but it just kept turning. So you probably would have parked. I don't know if I've been down this road, so we'll just see what the car does. That's actually slowed down. That was good for the yield sign. I remember when I first got FSD, yield is like doesn't exist. The stop signs would take literally 6 seconds to get moving again. They'd stop, go a little, stop, go a little, stop, then go. But now it's doing well with the stop signs. I'm going to see if it's going to park. I'll just say street parking. You can tell it now where you want us to park. And then we'll decide what we're going to do. There we are. This is the destination it gave me. Just a lot of houses and a lot of houses and stuff around here. Just a small little town. Let's see if we're hungry. I'm not. Let's go to Daru's Pizza. Daru's is a pizza joint. So let's try that one. But I'm going to pause you for a minute before we leave. Welcome back. Now I gave you a better view from inside the car. You can see the steering wheel. So I got us navigating to Foston Daru's Pizza Joint, and after that I think we'll probably go home. This is just my first video, so I don't want to overdo it. I gotta try edit this the best I can. So if you could push the button, I'd let you, but it's my job. Start self-driving. Away we go. We're driving to Foston Daru's, it says on the screen. Definitely gives you more information on the screen than it used to. Curious how it's going to park, because Daru's is on the opposite side of the road. And we arrived. So we were right in front of Daru's. Can't see the sign, but it's on the door. And if you guys have suggestions of any place in northern Minnesota that might be interesting for a FSD drive, you guys let me know. So I think we will continue our drive, but I could show you what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you when we get close to my home why there's issues with mapping. So I'll hit the home button. I think we're going to take We're going to take the back way back, just to make it different and confuse it. Oh no, we can't, because I need to go what's causing the issue. So, we're going to go that way. Back to the car. We hit start it, self-driving, and away we go. Map view. It's pretty good at picking up all the cars and people and motorcycles and bicycles. Looking to do a road trip longer than like 5 hours. I think 5-6 hours is most I've ever went in one trip. I'd love to go cross country, go from Minnesota to Florida or something. That'd be fun. I'd like to go to Florida. But usually if we go far, we just fly. My wife is not the best car rider. I'm hoping they improve FSD, because FSD used to scare my wife. She's not a huge fan. I think a lot of people, they're either love FSD or they get very nervous with it. But after a while, you just kind of get used to it. And it's been very good. Doing it again. You might not be able to see it, but if you zoom in, it only says 30 miles an hour on a 55 mile an hour zone. So that's why I put Mad Max on. And I use it to control my speed, but it's still not as good as where you could just dial it. But I don't like autopilot's dialing, because it's only 5 over what is posted. And if the speed limit's 55 and then you can only go 35, there's no point. You have to use the accelerator, and I feel using the accelerator like makes it more dangerous, because if a deer jumps out, because there is deer everywhere in this area. I got a whole memory stick full of deer videos from this car that the camera caught. That was kind of my hobby. I'd always honk the horn when I see deer, so I get recordings of deer. But Mad Max actually does fairly decent considering, but it is going like twice the speed it's posted, which is weird. No wonder they say Mad Max drives fast. But for this case, perfect. I want to do 60. Up here. turn off Mad Max. Although I gotta keep it on because it thinks it's 30 again. Sure speeds up fast in Mad Max. I'm going to slow down. Mad Max was almost going way too fast. I'm wondering if the car realizes the speed was not 30 now. Because standard is running 60, even though the car says it's still 30. It's weird. It's like the car knows. I suppose it understands pavement and it knows a straight tarred road should be at least 55 out in the country. I got about a little less than 3 miles, and then I'll show you my problem I got with FSD. So I'm a fan, but I'm not a fanatic. Some people rag left and right how perfect it is. It's not perfect. It's good, but not perfect. They say the summer update will fix the mapping issues, and it's supposed to get smarter yet. But you'd think of it to be smart if it's supposed to take a right, and if the road doesn't exist, even though on the map it thinks it does, the next right should automatically be the one to pick, because at least you're going in the right direction. So sometimes I don't understand its logic. And sometimes the logic just don't make sense. But we're getting closer. I'll let the car make the mistake. How about that? So you can see it. If it will make the mistake again. It happened twice. Try to zoom in so you can see the screen a little better. I think the top of the screen. Well, I'll back up. But we're getting close to our turn. Okay, we're getting close. It wants to turn there, but that road does not exist. But it didn't slow down or turn. Hey, is it going to fix itself? Did it? It may have fixed itself. No, it didn't. It missed the road completely. Here, let's turn to the real map. I am going to have to disengage. I'm not going down 3 miles of gravel road here. So, and then if it makes that same loop, it'll make the same mistake again. But we'll try it from a different angle. Should we try it from a different angle? Okay, I'm going to disengage. I should have stopped there. I'll put navigation as a fault. Turn around at the top of this hill so I can see everything. Here's the approach to a field. Okay, so we'll turn it around and head on back. The U-turn. It says driving home. I hope it can take me home now. Here, I'll put an extra marker there to see if that'll help, because it's really not the smartest on this map right here. I'm trying to force it to learn. It's supposed to start learning. And the map looks like it's going to turn on the proper street after I added a point. Okay, there's a truck here. Just going to edit that out. It should bring us home. I took that off. See? Sloth mode on gravel. But I'm going to cut it out for right now, and I'll talk to you at my destination. Well, I made it back, and I got a couple different ideas. Again, when driving into my driveway, it wasn't recording that. It still wanted to drive past. So what I did, I'll turn the sound down here. There we go. What I did, I think I fixed it. I moved my location of my home. Instead of on my house, I picked right on the edge of the road, the gravel road, because the gravel road is covered with trees. And I think it gets confused because of the overlay of the landscape. But I clicked on the road that it showed, and it seemed to turn in the driveway. So I think maybe that fixed it. Hopefully. But that other spot, I definitely need to figure out how to fix that. And hopefully a software update will come out that will help it. But I appreciate you guys watching today. And please subscribe if you didn't. You guys all have a great day.